Previously, on Average Guy Adventures.
Something fun for the engine. Ever since I saw that video, I've wanted these. I basically stripped the shit out of the aluminum. So much for something fun. Welcome back to Average Guy Adventures and the Average Guy Garage. This is episode number 4 of the 1964 Sportster build. Today I'm going to start working on the clutch. I'm going to see what I've got that's going on inside of there. I've got the primary cover off so far, but I haven't taken off the actual clutch cover that's in there, so I don't know what those plates are going to look like, the friction plates or the steel plates in there. I just went through the section on the clutch, the rebuilding, the replacing of the friction plates and everything like that the climber manual has. It does suggest a few things to get, replacement parts. One of the things it suggests is a clutch hub spacer, so I picked up another one of those. It says check the releasing disc. It may need replacing, and so I picked up a new clutch release disc. I got steel drive plates. Steel drive plate set. I don't know if it's like a brand or anything, just steel drive sets. And then I went with the wet dry friction plates, just in case there's any leaks of any oil or anything like that. I'm planning on just running the clutch dry, but like I said, if oil seeps in, any oil that gets on there is not really, hopefully, is not going to cause a problem. I'm going to go ahead and move the camera down, and I guess we're going to find out what exactly these clutch plates look like together. And fingers crossed, just one, two's bad luck. Fingers crossed that there's nothing too horrible going on down there. All right, here we go. A moment of truth. Okay, here we go. Let's see what it looks like. There. Looks like somebody made their own gasket. And these bolts here, there's two different sizes. The smaller ones are the 7/16, and then my larger one seems to be a what is that? A half inch for the larger one. There's 3 half-inch, and then there's 3 7/16. I'm going to do each size and then switch over to the other side. I got the pressure plate off. Looks like it's still in good shape. There's 2 different size bolts in there. There's these weird ones with the longer, actually it's a nut, I guess, with a long shaft on it. And then there's a smaller nut, that's the slotted ones. Knowing now, you can take off the smaller ones first and leave these longer ones, the larger ones, the half-inch head ones in, and they'll hold the pressure plate on as you can take it out, and I guess that's why you don't need a spring compressor. The springs look good too. Hoping that they're all the same length, because I'm just mixing them all up. The backing plate cups, they come out. The release plate just slides off too. The first plate out. Steel plate. you can see, everything came out relatively easy with the old drive plates and the old friction plates. I didn't notice anything weird about them. I didn't notice anything wonky about anything in there. It was pretty much a straightforward experience. And then towards the end, I got everything out. I cleaned out the basket and everything and the primary a little bit. And I started to put the new friction plates and the new drive plates back in. I turned around to explain something to the camera, and I realized that my battery had died. This is a new camera to me, and I only had one battery for it. So instead of waiting a couple hours for that battery to recharge, I just went ahead and put everything back in. The installation was the reverse of removal. Everything slid back in really well. I got everything tightened down the way that the Climber manual said to do it, and I just put the cover back on. I had a new gasket, and I've got a set of James gaskets that I bought just for as I'm going through the bike, I can replace them as needed. So I put the new gasket back on the clutch cover, and went from there. Everything was rotating and moving really well, but the clutch cable or the lever would still not move at all. I couldn't get it to actuate anything. So I'm thinking that the cable itself was frozen. I was able to put a socket wrench or a wrench over the worm drive on the other side cover, or coming out of the cover, and that the worm was, I could move it. I can move it with the wrench on there and everything, and it actuates everything. But as I'm doing that, the whole cable and the cable housing was just kind of moving back and forth. So I'm thinking that the cable was frozen up. I put some PB Blaster down in there, and it hasn't released it or anything. So I just went ahead and I ordered another clutch cable, replace that, and then if that doesn't work, then that's when I'll start getting worried and start doing some other things. But so far, that's where I'm at with the build. The clutch stuff is back in. I've just got to put the clutch cable back on, or a new clutch cable on, and then go from there. Seeing since I've got to replace that clutch cable anyway, I'm going to go ahead and follow that up to the handlebars, and I'm going to start working on those and just do whatever I can think of with that. New grips, clean up the forks, possibly see how big they are, get new seals for them, do something about this front brake, and go from there and just see how that goes. So I think that'll be the next video that I'll be working on. So stick with me. Thanks for sticking around. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't like it, criticize. If you're kind of ambivalent, go ahead and comment or whatever. And I will see you next time in the Average Guy Garage.